My name is Jeffrey Godsick, and I'm Executive Vice President of Marketing at 20th Century Fox. And the presentation today was about the motion picture Avatar and the marketing of the movie. And we talked about different phases of the campaign, some of our objectives, some of the actual activities we did, so it was kind of fun. What Jim created in the movie was two things. First of all, he created this amazing technology. And when people went to see the movie, so many people told me that after X amount of time, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes, literally the technology goes away, that you're so sucked into the world. Part of that is it's a different kind of 3D. It is not a jump at you 3D, it is an immersive 3D. It almost feels like you could put your hand through the screen and it's about 8 feet deep. And why they forgot about the technology is that at its core, the story was amazing. And the relationship between Neytiri and Jake and what the Na'vi were going through, the indigenous people on Pandora, that was the crux of it. It really was a character-driven story, and that is why people forgot all about the technology. But because it is something that he has invented, because he is associated with the invention of technology, with all of the 3D technologies invented, also all of the underwater technology he invented for the submersive dives that he has taken to Titanic, he often gets associated with that. We just felt it was very important that the movie is what shined. That the technology, to those who are interested, fantastic, it was wonderful, but you don't really go to a movie to see the technology, you go to the movie to see the movie. And it was just important that people knew kind of at the core, there was this amazing story. And I think that is why you're looking at a movie that has done so much box office, because of the story, not because of the technology. It is amazing, but it's in service of the story. So that's really, what we were talking about when we dressed. We did have an incredible amount of technology companies that were interested in tying with the movie. But in the end of the day, we had to select partners that made sense. And usually the criteria for that is someone that's going to come up with something that is interesting, that is organically tied to the themes of the movie. In one case, in the case of McDonald's and Coke Zero, imagination, seeing something you've never seen before, were kind of the key themes. That was important because it was pushing a key theme of our campaign. If we were to say, have tied in with 5-10 technology companies, that would have been the takeaway. So it was fine to tie in with Panasonic and LG because we had the balance of a really well-rounded kind of promotional portfolio, if you will. And it ultimately becomes a relationship. You talk to the companies and you determine what's going to make most sense for both of you, because you got to have a promotion that works on both sides. We only want things where the partner walks away saying, that was really wonderful, we want to work with them again, and we can walk away saying, that really helped move along the marketing of the movie. We knew we were going to have great awareness. We certainly spend our own money to achieve awareness and definite interest. So the partnerships have to kind of complement or culturalize, if you will, the movie a little bit. And that's why you have to achieve a balance. And sometimes, you walk away saying, so appreciate the interest, but the idea you're talking about really doesn't make sense for this phase of the campaign. Maybe it'll be better at a later date. Maybe it's something for home video once you've established the movie. So it's trying to establish a set of criteria for yourself and then prioritizing what makes the most sense. In the end of the day, you're dealing with something that Jim Cameron created totally from scratch. That's amazing. It wasn't just the story. It was the world. It was working with a linguist to develop a language. It was the creation of the creatures. It was the creation of the ships, of the weapons, of their clothes, of their religion. I mean, he really created every aspect of this world. And our hope was that the more we made available to fans who wanted to dive deeper into it, the more they would want to become part of this world. And I think that we have so much anecdotal information about people who have seen the movie 10 times, 15 times, 18 times. That's people who want to dive deep into it. So there's always a full range of fans who go to the movie and go, oh my God, this is one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Wonderful. And those that want to go back and those who want to dive deeper. And we wanted to have several platforms that they could do that because we were building the beginning of a new brand. It's usually a movie of this caliber tends to be a sequel or from origin property you know about, a comic book very often. But this Jim created from scratch. So we knew that educating the audience and giving them more stuff to learn about, so they could also tell their friends, oh my God, they've got this in there. They've got the stern beast. You know what a stern beast is? It can do this. A stingray, it can do this. All these different kinds of elements that were within the movie. And by providing that information and allowing them to have materials that they can then send around, you were giving them the tools that ultimately helped us market the movie and sustain the movie to, as I said, it's in its 28th week, so it's still in a few theaters. You can go to pandorapedia.com, and Pandorapedia really is the full immersive experience, informational experience of everything Pandora. Every piece of plant life, to creatures, to ships, to weapons, to culture, to religion, to maps of the planet. It is a truly immersive experience into everything you could possibly want to know about Pandora.